Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luke and today I'll be talking about One of Them Days. This is a movie that came out along with Wolfman. I saw the trailer for this a few times last year, so I knew it was going to be a January release, and we'll get into the trailer and how it plays in with this movie as well. So this movie is directed by Lawrence Lamont, so looked into his resume on IMDb. Looks like this may be his first major directorial debut in terms of movies, but he has worked on shows for MACE, including Rap Shit, one I have not seen, but also looked into the writer for this movie, who had worked on some HBO shows as well, or MACE, including Rap Shit and Insecure. So I looked as well and I see that Issa Rae is a producer for this movie. So in terms of the cast, this movie stars Keke Palmer and SZA as best friends and roommates. There's also a lot of various cameos in this movie. The movie takes place following these two best friends as one is preparing for a major job interview, but they also have to pay their rent that day. Through a misunderstanding with one of their boyfriends, they did not make rent, and now they only have 9 hours until they face eviction from their apartment complex. So, pretty funny standard setup. We have our objective here. They have to make rent, and now they have to figure out how they're going to get that money. Of course, this is a mix-up. One of them, they gave the rent money to their boyfriend and told them, hey, go pay this, go pay our landlord. The boyfriend basically takes off with that money, and now they need to go find him to get the money back. But basically, they just have to overcome obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. Now let's get into kind of where things worked and where things didn't work with this movie. So I thought what worked with this movie is just the cast as a whole, the main two characters, along with all of these various cameos and other people that come into play here. Thought everyone brought really great energy. This is a comedy. There are joke after joke after joke, but I will say not every joke lands. And I think that's where seeing the trailer before seeing this hurt it for me, at least, because I would say most of the funniest moments you see in this movie are in the trailer. And seeing this trailer quite a few times leading up into January kind of had that sense of like, okay, I kind of expect what I'm going to get into, and these are probably going to be the highlight moments, and sure enough, that happened. So I would say if you've not seen the trailer, don't watch it, go into this. And also I would go into this with friends. I think this is one of those movies, if you have a core group of friends, you're gonna have a good time. There is so much within the story that I think many people can relate to, especially when it comes to that stress of having to pay a bill, pay rent, whatever it may be, and you're under that time crunch and you gotta figure out like, how can I go make money? Especially in your college years and the early years of life, you know, it's one of those things like it's easy to come up against, and there's that, but there's also like some good messages within this as well. Just that general motivation, wanting more in life, going after something, and that is part of Keke Palmer's character, and I thought she did a fantastic job. The movies that I've seen her in, she always brings wonderful energy, and I thought a lot of her character's energy and jokes and comedy, the comedy aspect of this really worked for me, and it was fun to see her, and especially SZA's chemistry on screen. SZA being most notable known as being a rapper and singer, the first time acting, great energy. In terms of like the cast, Maude Apatow has a little bit of a role in this, and I thought she had a good funny part into this. It's just really funny with her character bringing up this other cast of characters. But like I said, go with the crowd. I ended up seeing this alone. This came out the same night as Wolfman. Saw this before seeing Wolfman, and I was the only one in theater. So not having the energy of feeding off other people and their energy and how they're reacting to these jokes really kind of hurt this for me. So go see this with the group of people, or see if you can get a full theater, because I think you'll have a pretty good time. So One of Them Days, very much a throwback to like some old 90s, maybe early 2000s comedies. Think of like Friday, The Players Club, movies like that. A lot of similar energy. It is a R-rated comedy. 90-minute runtime. I'd say in terms of jokes, there's probably one that really lands or kind of moves into that R-rated grittiness, but other than that, I think there's enough jokes that are going to land for a lot of people. Not as many landed for me, unfortunately, but I still had a pretty good time. I think the story is sound, something most people will relate to, and I will say Lawrence Lamont going after a comedy as being his first directorial moment, pretty good. I would like to see more from this director working with many of our comedians today. So if you saw this movie, what did you think? Did you have a good time? Did you like it? Did this remind you of any other comedy movies? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. That helps this channel so much. I'll be back again real soon with more reviews. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.